Hello everyone! In today's presentation we're going to make a case study about champagne together with my colleagues Shannon, Elise, Apolline and myself, Laetitia. First of all, we would like to remind you that it's okay if you're not able to read the screen on the TV because you will have the presentation per email, so you will be able to follow this way. Now I will introduce you to the terms supply and demand, which we have already studied in class. So supply is the quantity of goods or services a supplier is ready to exchange for a certain price, and demand, on the other side, is the quantity of a product that the consumers are ready to buy at a given price.
Now that we've seen the definition of supply and demand, we're going to study the case of champagne, which is really interesting because of the high demand that is usually linked to champagne industry. For example, in 2018 there were over 300 million bottles of champagne sold worldwide. However, nowadays the situation has changed because of COVID-19, and it's really interesting to see how it has changed for both supply and demand, which is what we're going to see next. For the statistics, in July the shipments were down by 25% because of COVID-19 there were no particular reason to celebrate anything. There were no major events where champagne is usually consumed, and of course the champagne, it was way too expensive, so there was no purchase of any kind of champagne compared to how it used to be in 2018. And of course, because of the hygiene regulations, there were far more restrictions on the harvest process in general.
Now that we've seen the effect of COVID-19 on champagne, we're going to see its effect on the supply and the demand. But the demand is quite simple, because people have less disposable income because they're losing their jobs, some even are losing their housing. They are far less likely to buy champagne. Moreover, the holidays are coming in and we don't know how the sales are going to go for this season because people are less likely to buy if they don't see their family or their friends because of the restrictions. However, for the supply part, we have a big difference between the supply that stays the same and the demand that is going far lower than the usual. That means that prices are going down, and that's really not good for the industry in general. So what are the people buying if they're not buying champagne? Well, they're buying Prosecco because it's cheaper and it has basically the same taste, and both are festive. Sales have gone up from 90 million to 412 million in 2020.
Thank you, Elise, for your fabulous slide. Now I will be presenting to you guys the graph on how champagne has decreased in sales compared to the other years. So as you can see, it has decreased in about 100,000 sales, which really shows the impact of COVID on the champagne industry, and this is a great example of the supply and demand. So that's the end of our video, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, and if you guys would like more information on our slides, here are some sources. Bye!